button. Hi, everybody. And here we are live on Facebook. Camera one, camera two, camera one, camera two. You guys, that quote's, I'm never going to get tired of saying that, especially now that I'm doing the two separate streams. Wayne's World was one of my favorite movies growing up, and it is definitely not a Satin Dolls brand movie. So that's about the only quote from that movie that I can say, and I'm going to use it. But welcome, everybody, to Baking with Olivia. Hey, Tony. It is Thursday. Hey, Mark. Hello. What is down there? Sail Tiara Fashion. Hello. Hello, Modern Creative. Hello, Shosk. I'm so sorry when I butcher people's names. I feel like a banana head, and I don't like it. But, do what we can. Welcome, everybody. I'm going to get my apron, and we're going to get started. I'm going to forgo background music this time around because we're thinking maybe that's what was causing the sound disruptions on Facebook last week. Hello, ding ding 2711, what's up? For those of you who don't live in California and don't know, we had an earthquake last night. Hi, Martin. We had a fairly sizable earthquake. It was up in Pacoima, which is about 10 miles north of where I am in North Hollywood. I actually used to work in Pacoima at this event called the Pan Am Experience. Really, really fun little thing that I hope it comes back when everything starts opening back up again. Hey, Martin. Because they have an original Pan Am plane, and the inside is actually like decorated, I think, in like circa 72, 75, something in there. And it's a dinner. Like you fly, you go, you get to see kind of the museum, and then the stewardesses, which is what I was, serve you dinner in the original Pan Am uniforms, and it was a lot of fun. So, but that's where that was, and it shook us awake at 4:30 this morning. Joy of joys. And we felt two other aftershocks after the fact. The 4:31 was a 4.3 magnitude earthquake. It was really quick, and only one thing fell off of our bookcase, which was one of our sonic screwdrivers. I'm really surprised nothing broke, but we were awake. And the aftershocks, obviously knew I had something to do today because they came right as I was falling back asleep. So, hi, Desirable Vintage. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Lola. Hello, Jalo. Hello, Greenman 1R. Keith, that was no earthquake. Everyone just, Keith. I wish that's what it was, but unfortunately, it is not. And it kept us awake. So I'm more on the tired side than usual, but I'm going to try and keep up with y'all because today we're making apple turnovers. I'm so excited. Since quarantine began, I've been watching Once Upon a Time with a group of friends. We just do a Facebook thread, like group chat thread on the page as we each watch individually. It's really fun. But Regina, the evil queen in that show, she makes her famous apple turnovers. And they had one episode where she put the apple turnover in the oven, and literally 2 minutes later, the kid that she was making this turnover for was like, "Is it done? Almost. You got to be patient." And I'm like, somebody's clearly never baked a pastry, and it shows. Come on, writers. Get with it. Hi, 70mm. Hello, London. Fan trumpets. How's everybody doing today? Oh, yes, and you're right, Tony. Yesterday was our fearless vocal captain leader, Rosalind Rogers' birthday. I hope you guys were able to send her some love. Quarantine birthdays are hard, especially when you're such a social butterfly like our Miss Rosalind. But we got together, Lana, Rosalind, Lexi stopped in, Ella stopped by, and Lola. We all got together in the park in Encino for a socially distanced, safe rehearsal the night before her birthday, and I was able to give her her very own large bread pudding, which if you know Rosalind, you know that is her favorite dessert. I put pistachios, tart dried cherries, dried apricots, and dried hibiscus flowers. Found those for real cheap at Trader Joe's and thought, why not? And of course, I gave her a chocolate ganache to drizzle over it. So, hey, Ivy. The rehearsal in the park, Martin, was so good. Like, I knew I missed singing with my dolls. I just didn't know how much my soul needed that little moment. And we were rehearsing because we've got a concert coming up. Yes, LA Satin Dolls have their first concert. It is outdoors. It's going to be in Buena Park. And for those of you tuning in who actually live in Southern California, we have an event page on our main Facebook page. If you go look up the Satin Dolls, dolls with a Z, you can find the event. There is a number to call to make reservations. Even though it is an outdoor event, they are limiting the capacity, obviously, to maintain a social distance. Hi, Eric. It's outdoors. They're going to have little pod areas marked off so that you and your friends can sit in your socially distanced, safe area. We're going to be on a massive stage. Us dolls are going to be spread out across the stage. Everyone's going to be in masks, but we're going to be playing with a live band. And in case I missed saying this, it's in Buena Park, Wednesday, August 5th. The concert is from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And like I said, just go to our Satin Dolls Facebook page, check events. It will be listed in there, and all the information for reserving your seats. It's free. You just have to make a reservation. All that information will be on the event page, and we would love to see you guys there. And the rehearsal was great. We are just so excited. I'm so happy. So that's really exciting. But apple turnovers. Yay, yay, yay. I'm going to use some green Granny Smith apples. Yes, Ivy is here. Oh, that was a good apple. I'm really glad I picked a good one today. So I've never made apple turnover before, but come to find out, it's literally just a pocket-sized pie. That's all it is. Eric, what is our set list? Our entire repertoire, basically. No lie. We are doing pretty much, I like to call these kitchen sink shows because we do everything and the kitchen sink. Hi, Ivy. I know, Eric. We wish you could be there too. But it's going to be everything. And like I said, we're going to be with Chris Tedesco and his band, which, gosh, I love singing with a live band. They're so much fun. And yeah, I'm really excited for it. So go to our Facebook page, check out the event. And if you're in Southern California and you can come, please join us. We would love to see you from afar, but we would love to see you. Potpourri. What? Hi, Victor. Hi, Maretsky. Best kind of apple, Kyle. You know, I do love a Granny Smith, but if I'm going to be honest, the absolute best apple, in my opinion, is a piñata apple. It's tangy, it's juicy, it's crisp, it's a little tart with a touch of sweetness. That is my favorite one. Okay, I'm going to take a sip of tea because I can already feel my voice is tired. Hi, Kyle. Also, hi. Where else? Green ones are your favorite? Hey, everybody loves green. Then I picked a good one today. Yeah, so turnovers are basically pocket-sized pies. Describing a set potpourri, yes, we get a little bit of everything. That is true, Eric. Hi from Peru, Victor. Welcome. Bienvenido? Is that word? I don't know. I'm terrible. Don't ask me to be continental. Not right now, especially. But welcome. I'm so glad you're here today. Hi, Taylor Peterson. Fly over, skip quarantine, maybe kick Agent Orange. I would love if you did that, Ding Ding. That would be great. That would be fabulous. Okay, so apple turnovers. They're just pocket pies. Where's Ivy? Oh my gosh, she's my favorite. Ivy's joined us. Thomas, hello, welcome. She's joined us on the Instagram stream. She's just tuning in to watch. So thanks for that, lady. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Yeah, pocket pies. They're basically just pocket pies. Little turnovers. I was a little distressed because all the recipes that I looked up for turnovers wanted you to use store-bought pie crusts, pastry sheets. No. Get out of here with that. I made 2 crusts this morning in 30 minutes. It takes no time. Plus, it tastes so much better than buying those frozen. Hi, Taylor. Hey, from California. What part of California, Taylor? I just got done telling everybody that we have a show in Buena Park this Wednesday, August 5th. Have I ever been to the East Coast at all? Yes. I auditioned for Juilliard when I was a senior. I did not get in. That's okay. They can only handle 1 Merrill at a time, I guess. Anyway, yeah, I did. And my parents are actually from the East Coast. They're from North Carolina, so Southeast Coast, but they're actually kind of middle East Coast. I've been to the Outer Banks. I got to go to the Wright Brothers Museum one time. It was real nice. Real nice. And I do love pieces of North Carolina, like the mountains. We've never been to the Biltmore House. I want to go to the Biltmore House one day. We drive by it all the time, and sometimes we can see it through the trees. But my favorite part of driving from Oklahoma to North Carolina in the summers and winters to go see our grandparents was as soon as we got into those North Carolina mountains, waterfalls. I would sneak little peaks, we're going 60, 70 miles down the highway, but there would be these tiny little waterfalls tucked in between all the mountains. And I love it. I would literally just sit with just staring out the window, waiting to catch a waterfall. Hello. Yes. Haven't made apple turnovers in years. Ooh, I would love to know how you make your turnovers, Mr. Mark. There's something I could do for the dolls. They play in Pittsburgh. If you know some people who make some events, talk to them, get them Lola's info. We are more than, obviously post-quarantine when it's a lot safer to fly. Or if, people get themselves together. But I wouldn't mind going to Pittsburgh. There's a lot of history in Pittsburgh. Actually, I have driven. No, I take it back. I have driven through Pennsylvania. My goodness. If I thought the mountains of North Carolina were gorgeous, those lush green rolling hills in Pennsylvania, oh my goodness. There's a lot of dairy farms out there, aren't there? We drove through going up to no, we didn't go to Maine. We went to Massachusetts. We dropped my little sister off at George Washington University for a summer camp that she did. And we drove up to Massachusetts, Springfield, Massachusetts, where one of my uncles and his wife lives. And we hung out in this cute little town in Massachusetts, absolutely quaint. I went to see a local teen theater production of Fame with my aunt. And yeah, really so charming. But my goodness, those hills, I was, again, just awestruck by the beauty of that nature. I'm going to have to take a camping trip soon. I think that's what I might do for my birthday. Just get out of here and go be in nature for a minute. It really does make me happy. What's happening? Hello, Amethyst Scarlet. Hi, Jack. The Three Rivers Arts Festival. If you know anybody there, or if you can get Lola the information, pass it on. I will never say no to traveling to a place to perform with my dolls. We potentially have some stuff lined up if it doesn't get canceled in South Dakota. Is that one of the gigs, Lola? Am I remembering that right? We'll see. But okay, so what I'm doing right now as I'm talking to you all, I've been chopping up the green apples. I'm going to, they're pretty bite-sized pieces. You could probably make them smaller. And the recipe that I found said you could put nuts in them if you wanted to. And I might put like a little bit of pecan, but I don't want it to be so bulky that it's not going to be able to close, that it's going to just fall apart. Don't go on is all I ask. Oh no, it would be me and my husband. It would be the two of us. Our favorite spot is the Chilao campgrounds in Angeles Forest, right off of Pasadena. It's literally like an hour away. That's a quick trip. I do want to try and plan a good trip to like Yosemite. I definitely want to get up north and see some more of California. But if I just want to get away for a weekend, Angeles Forest is super short drive from where we are, and it's lovely, lovely campgrounds. They have these trees. The bark looks kind of like wax, and I call them hobbit trees because they remind me of the Shire, because I go there so often. Woo! Guten Tag, Richard. Hello. Willkommen to my show. All right. Willkommen, bienvenue, welcome. I love that they did that in Schitt's Creek. That's one of the episodes. And by the way, if you haven't watched that show, please go watch it. It is too funny. I can't wait for the last season to get to Netflix. And the guy who plays Patrick is actually a singer. He's got an album out. Gah. As Moira Rose said, he's a buttery-voiced beau. David Paulus, I'm spooked. Ooh. I don't know about that, so I'm gonna Google him later and then try to forget whatever creepy information I do find. Oh yeah, what's everybody watching since we're still in the thick of all of this? How's everybody doing on their TV watching? I have started watching I May Destroy You on HBO via Hulu. It's Michaela Cole's new series. If you don't know who she is, look her up. She's incredible. She had a series on Netflix called Chewing Gum. Hilarious. Hilarious. I May Destroy You is nothing like that show. It deals with Me Too era movement content. That's the nicest euphemism I can think of for it. But she's a deft storyteller, and she's really good at handling that traumatic experience with enough comedy to be able to get through it. But she's so good. And I hope one day Nina Simone's family asks her to do a biopic of Miss Simone, because that's the only way Michaela Cole is going to do a Nina Simone biopic. But look her up. She's a spitting image of Nina. She really is. And she actually sang a Nina Simone song when she was doing her theater program audition. I know, Ivy, isn't she so wonderful? She's hilarious. And God, her writing is amazing. Just so incredibly talented. Absolutely love her. What's for dinner? Well, my dinner might be leftovers today, but what we're baking today is an apple turnover. I'm chopping my apples into tiny little bits. Just so you can see, they're about this size is what we're going for. We're seeing photos from a show of some of the UK dolls they did in Germany. Ooh, yes, you should go. Definitely. Man, if I had all the money in the world, I would probably just travel. I'd probably give a lot of it away to people who need it, and then I would save the rest for traveling. After buying my dad a sailboat, of course. But, those are my priorities. So here we are. Where are we on time? Cool. Great. Making a mess of things. I'm going to call it on the apples, because I think that might be enough. I'll do these last few. This is where prep comes in handy. My pie crusts are ready, in case you don't know. For those of you who haven't seen me make a pie crust before, it's really easy. You just need a cup and a half of flour, a teaspoon and a half of sugar, half of a teaspoon of salt, and 1 stick of butter. And then my tricks are to slice the butter and then freeze it so that it stays frozen, so those fats can stay intact a lot longer, so that you get a much more flaky crust, a flakier crust. And then when you moisten it with water, I do half water, half vodka. It should be ice water, again, because you want to keep the fats solid and intact. But vodka can be kept in the freezer and it won't freeze. So it's really, and you know, any alcohol will bake out of the crust, but it keeps that fat really solid and intact so that you get a gorgeously flaky crust. But yeah, you grind the butter into the flour, sugar, and salt with a pastry blender, which is this thing, for those of you who don't know. And then you moisten it a tablespoon at a time of liquid. I alternate vodka and water. Form it into usually between 7 or 8 tablespoons is what I use, till it just starts to hold. Like when you crunch it up, if you crunch the dough up in your hand, it starts to stick together. That's when you know it's nice and moist. And then you form it into a round and chill it in the fridge until you are ready to use it. You want to aim to get at least an hour rest time in the fridge so that those fats, again, get nice and solid. But if you're pressed for time, 15 minutes will be okay. It just might affect the flake of your crust. Or you can make those things ahead of time. You can make them up to a few days in advance and even keep them in the freezer if you like. So, all right, we've got our apples chopped. Kim's Convenience on Netflix. Kim's Convenience is really funny as well. Definitely go look at that. You're in San Diego, Richard? Well, we've got a concert in Buena Park on August 5th. Go over to our Facebook page. We've got an event for it. You can find all the information right there. This is a tough week for me. I watched my favorite YouTube live stream. Aw, Kitten Academy. What is that? That sounds great. Hey, Richie. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to cook these apples and soften them, make basically the filling of an apple pie, but it's going to be tucked into some nice little pastry squares. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to use a little brown sugar. I need some corn starch. And then I'm not even going to measure. I'm just going to say that's good enough. Hi. Where kittens learn to cat. Okay, Eric, if you like cats, you should look up it's not on YouTube, it's on Netflix. Catwalk, Tales from the Cat Show Circuit. It's bonkers and it's hilarious. It's you think it's almost like watching a Christopher Guest movie. You know, Best in Show, Spinal Tap, that kind of stuff. But no, this is like real. This is real life. These people are nuts. They're hilarious. A couple of voluntarily work. That's amazing. Mind, I don't spill any of it. Did you sing Hawaiian War Chant? We will be singing Hawaiian War Chant, Richard, on the 5th. Apple, yeah, you know, original sin, but life is boring without that, right? Okay, so we're going to, is that all I want to put in there? Yeah, that's all I want to put in there. Okay. I am going to use brown sugar. Brown sugar tends to be a lot like thicker. You can use white granulated sugar if you want. But like I said, I like the brown sugar because it kind of takes on more of a molassesy, thick feel. And then, so you basically want to melt the sugar. I'm going to put a little bit of vanilla in there. Boop, that's probably good enough. And then I'm going to season it with some ground cinnamon, because obviously you can't make apple pie without cinnamon and sugar. And then I'm going to add a little ground ginger and some nutmeg. Ooh, yeah, no, Liv. I'm glad I looked at that because I almost messed that up. Ginger's very pungent. You really don't need a whole lot. I'm going to put a couple of pinches in there. Woo, nice. And then nutmeg. However you like to season your apples is good for you. A couple voluntarily works with rescue, brings a mom cat. Oh, that's so sweet. That's wonderful. Here. Okay, now you don't have to get the apples super tender. You can get them a little tender, but you're basically creating a syrup with the sugar. And then what I'm going to do to thicken it just a smidge is add some cornstarch in there. So I'm going to start with just a tiny little smidge. Kind of like when you're making an apple pie, you put flour in there to thicken that that middle part. The syrup, there's the word. This is my brain when I don't get enough sleep. Thank you, earthquakes. Yeah, I kind of like that. Smells good. Smells real good. All right, I'm going to keep my cornstarch over there in case I need to thicken it a little bit more. But now we're going to, while that kind of simmers, and keep it on low. Oh no, apple down. Ooh. They're all ready. Oh, whoa, that is a nice lots of ginger. That punches you in the back of the throat. So I'm going to go ahead and even it out with a little more cinnamon and sugar. Be conservative with your ginger. You know, a little more nutmeg and some sugar for good measure. Because, wow, that was a ninja kick to my sinuses. Well, there goes that spoon. By the way, I treated myself to some new baking things, and I can't wait for them to arrive because I'm going to share them with you guys. They're pretty fun, little personalized spatulas, but I will wait for the surprise, or wait for them to arrive so I can surprise you with them. Maybe a smidge more of the cornstarch. Again, you just want it to thicken. Okay, so I'm going to turn that off. That over here, that over there. Don't need my knife where it can easily fall. And it's pastry crust time. Here's our nice little pastry crust. Yes, I agree. Smell-o-vision should be a thing. Don't need yes, a 2-year-old will keep you up. I nanny, and the family that I nannied for before they moved out of LA, they have 4 children. Number 5 is on the way. So 1 2-year-old is better than 4 2-year-olds. They are ages 6, 5, 3.5, 6.5. Oh my God, he's almost 7. Oh my God, he's almost 7. I can't. Oh gosh. Okay. But yeah, 6.5, 5, 3.5, 1.5, and then no, 1 in a few months. So like maybe 15 months old. And then the 5th one, the last one, will arrive in October, I believe. And I was with them when the youngest baby, my little B, was teething, literally broke 2 teeth through his gums overnight. So while I'm still not a parent, I definitely have a lot more hands-on experience than most non-parents. And I can tell you, Mark, I don't envy you. Are they going through sleep regression? I'm curious about that. We had a big enough. Yes. Yeah, two aftershocks, Eric, that we felt. And they literally came right as I was sinking back into that lovely deep sleep. So, you know, Mother Nature likes to torment me. What can I say? By the way, these are those breakfast bars that we made a few weeks ago. Still delicious. That's the last one of them. So good. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, so I have floured my surface. I've got a little flour on my rolling pin. I'm gonna boop. Yeah, we only felt 2 of the aftershocks, but Lola and I were talking, and she said there were 60 across the area. Insane. Absolutely insane. And it just, kept us up. And I even slept in, and I'm still exhausted. But, you know, we're alive. We are healthy. We're making apple turnovers. So I can't really complain. We are less than 100 days away from our election, and I'm trying to stay positive by listing my gratitudes every day. And I must say that you guys are definitely at the top of my list for things for which I am grateful for. And so I love when you guys tune in. It makes me feel a little bit more connected to everything out there. Earthy. Hey, Bernard. Bernard? Is it Bernard or Bernard? Bernard. I don't know. Not that you can answer me over this platform unless you are a master at phonetics. Typing them out. Okay, so we're basically, you don't actually have to, unlike a pie crust, you want to make just a very thin, even sheet because we're going to cut it into 4 squares. But because I keep my pie crusts, because I rest them in a disc shape, they're naturally going to be more on the round side, which is fine. Earthquake in an elevator? Oh, God. That is terrifying, Eric. Terrifying, I tell you. Terrifying. But yeah, we're fine. The only thing that jumped off of our bookcase was one of our sonic screwdrivers, which if that's an indication that the doctor is coming to save me, I will take it. Gosh, what I wouldn't give to have a TARDIS right about now. I mean, really. Okay, so well, I won't be using my silicone baking sheet today because it is dirty from dinner. I don't even know the last time it was used, but that's okay. I have parchment paper. All is well. Oh, Martin, we are grateful for you. Would not dream of not. Oh, thank you. Hey, Michael, how's it going? Have you been on here this whole time, or did I just now see you? Anyway, so we've got our pastry nice and rolled out. We're going to set the oven. Hi, I'm here on Instagram. You can't see me. 400 degrees. That's what we're going to, yes. So 400 degrees. Sorry, my brain. 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm also making this recipe from memory that I read one time. So we're going to see how that goes. I can't remember how long I'm supposed to keep it that way. But let me go get my pastry baking sheet. Aha! Here we are. No! Spatula's down! That's fine. I don't need spatulas today. I do need this hair out of my face. More specifically, my eyes. Anybody else ever have that? Especially, I noticed it a lot today when I was doing my makeup that, what is going? Y'all, I just don't even know anymore. line your baking sheet with parchment paper, or if you have a silicone baking mat, that works too. Never cared much for live streams until I saw us sleep all the iris together. Oh yeah, they're great fun. Everyone is just so wonderful. Speaking of live streams, Rosalind Rogers has her last Fridays with Rosalind tomorrow. I believe it's at 1. Be sure to tune into that. She always brings the soul. And consider it a belated birthday present to her by catching what she's got. And just while we're talking about fun things, Lola's Pinup Closet has tons of merchandise. We've got stuff for the fellas. We've got stuff for the ladies. If you go to our main website, thesatindolls.com. This is going to be interesting. I'm going to cut these edges off. I'm using my pizza cutter because it's just easier to, I think, get them cut. Okay, well, these are very crooked. A pizza cutter is easier to cut with, but it does not guarantee a straight line. So, maybe it's the lack of sleep. Maybe it's the fact that I'm just bad at cutting straight lines. I was never one for coloring inside the lines anyway, so who cares? But you're essentially making squares, is what you're trying to do. And you're going to, these are so bad. It's funny. Square-ish rectangles. And let's see. Mine are about this thick. I don't measure. I'm sorry, guys. So I don't know how to. I know it's a shame that it is her last one, Tony. You're so right. She always brings the fun. But what we're gonna do, it might even need to be bigger than this. Now that I'm looking at these little sheets, they might need to be bigger, but that's fine. I can try to flatten one. Try to flatten them one at a time. I'm gonna get a little more flour on the surface. A little more flour here. In case you're wondering, I'm using Bob's Red Mill pastry flour. I love Bob's Red Mill. They're an employee-owned company. They have really good products. Well, this is kind of working, kind of not at all. You've asked for a couple t-shirts from Lola's Pinup Closet? Yes. Like I said, if you go to our Satin Dolls website, thesatindolls.com, and click shop, it will take you to Lola's Pinup Closet and all the merchandise that we have. And get your Satin Dolls swag on, everybody. Why not? So, here comes the fun. All right, so that cornstarch did absolutely nothing. I'm going to do one more thing. See if I can thicken it up. Usually it works totally fine, no problems whatsoever. Not so much this time. I probably just used too much sugar, but hey, is there such a thing? I'm curious. Yes, and we can ship. We can ship anywhere, so it doesn't matter where you are. We've got tons of cute designs. We even have some children's sizes. Do we have the children's sizes in stock before I tell everybody to buy their kids this adorable Rosie the Riveter shirt? I don't know if they're in stock, but we do have if you tuned in last week, I wore our Rosie We Can Do It t-shirt, tank top that we have. We have it in a tank top. But we do make them, it's a light pink t-shirt and they're small children's sizes, and you just go grab them. Okay. Well, every bake is an experiment with me, right? In the right? All right, and so all you're gonna do is you're gonna take just a spoonful of apples. Do we want to put nuts in this? I'm going to give you guys a second to weigh in on it. Tell me if you want to we can do some with and without. We could totally do that. Whoops. Somebody overfilled her turnover. That's fine. That's fine. You know what I say to that? Just take some of it out. Boop, boop, boop. Also, I don't think this is a big enough square. countertops are quartz. They can handle it. All right, so apples in the middle, and then you just fold up the edges to form a triangle. And I did this very badly. But, you know, par for the course, me making a mess, huh? And then you can close them by taking a fork and crimping the edges to close it. This one is already going to pop through, but that's fine because we actually need to make little steam vents. So I've got one. Let's get a knife. I've got two naturally. I'm just going to cut a few more. Okay. And there's my first turnover on the sheet. And then it should be brushed with a little egg wash. Up to whoever is going to eat them. That is very true, Martin. What platform are they? Matt, they are coming from Instagram. I'm doing 2 different streams at the same time. I read in Reader's Digest once that women's and men's brains actually do differ in how they like run and connect things. And for some reason, women tend to have an easier time. I'm just going to stretch this out with my hands. Forgo the rolling pin. Women apparently are a little bit better at multitasking. But then again, what does Reader's Digest know? I don't know. I think I'm good at it. My husband doesn't, but hey, I'm the one who bakes things while talking to 1,000 different people at the same time every week. So I'll let you decide that one. I'm filling my things. I could probably multitask better if I had gotten, a full night's sleep, but whatever. It's okay. So I think I'm going to do some with nuts and some without. All right. And yeah, like I said, you want to get a good amount of apple in there, but you don't want it to be so much that the turnover cannot close. Woof. Well, that's real fun. I still can't believe, I think the recipe I really stole from that I'm kind of working from is Sally's Baking Addiction. I can't believe she would suggest somebody use a store-bought pastry crust. Oh no, that one has just completely torn apart. So now we know, definitely got to make these bigger. But that's fine. Live and learn, right? Live and learn. Okay, there's the oven. Like I said, I'm just going to stretch this a little bit more. And it helps if they're like a true square. Caffeine intake and quick exposure. You're right, Eric. It really does. I've had my cappuccino or latte. I don't know what you would call it. We got an espresso maker and got rid of our coffee pot. And now all I drink is oat milk cappa lattes. I don't know the difference between the two. I did not ever work in a coffee shop in high school. I think I thought it would be fun, but I just didn't. So, okay. Rocking and rolling and oozing syrup out. It's okay if the syrup oozes out, by the way. It's totally fine. If I can get to it, we're going to make a caramel sauce to go on top of these to drizzle over the turnovers. Yeah, and I'm just going to take a knife and I'm making really tiny slits in the top of the... Is it at the bottom of the screen? You know what? It's fine. Lots of people... Oh, there it is. Lots of people definitely have reconstructions, and I am guilty of that myself. So don't feel bad that you missed it. Okay. So I think because we're running out of time, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to focus on these 4. I'm going to roll the rest of the pastry crust out a little bit later. And I'm going to sing for you guys. And what I might do so that I can get it up in a story is I might do a separate live on my Instagram page So if you go to Instagram and search for me, I am Satin Doll _ Olivia Idol. You can follow me. It's real thrilling stuff. It's as crazy as this stream is. But I will try to do a little supplemental video. I tried to do a supplemental video with the custard tarts, and it was too long to turn into an IGTV. I didn't realize I had time limits on those, so I might just go live on my own page. Okay, so we've got these lovely turnovers. There they are. I don't remember how long they're supposed to cook for. So I'm just going to pop them in the oven. And I'm going to play a song or two. Oh, yeah, I want to reposition my rack. Let's see. Rack on the lower 2/3. Pop them in. The oven is at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And who's ready for some music? I am mostly. Like I said, I'm very tired, and one of the first things to go when you're tired is your voice. So I'm going to take it easy with these songs. Longest video you got up was 18 minutes. Yeah, that's probably why, because it was a 45-minute video. Hi, Ron. Hi, Ron. Oh, thanks, man. You're so sweet. Ella. Yes, we love Ella and her uke. Speaking of ukes. Switch you guys around. I think I might do what I did last time and hop up onto my counter because it's just easier. So pardon me. Give me just a minute while I shuffle things around in this too small kitchen. One of these days, you know, one of these days we'll get it. All right. Yay, here we are. Okay. Ooh, wait. I never loved nobody fully. Always one foot on the ground. And by protecting my heart truly, I got lost in the sounds I hear in my mind. All of this music I hear in my mind. All of these words I hear in my mind. All of these new voices, and it breaks my heart. And it breaks my heart. And it breaks my heart. Breaks my heart. And suppose I never met you. Suppose we never fell in love. Suppose I kept on, never let you kiss me sweet, and so soft. Suppose I never ever called you. Suppose you never even called. Suppose I kept on writing love songs just to break my own fall, just to break my fall, just to break my fall, just to break my fall, just and say that, of course, it's gonna get better, 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 better. Never let nobody fool me. Always one foot on the ground. And by protecting my heart, truly I got lost in the song that I hear in my mind. All of these voices I hear in my mind. All of these words I hear in my mind. All of this music, and it breaks my heart, and it breaks my heart. Yes, I hear in my mind. All of these voices I hear in my mind. All of these words I hear in my mind. All of this music, and it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart, and it breaks my heart, and it breaks my heart, breaks my heart, and it breaks my heart. I love Regina Spektor. I love her. I love her vocal choices. I love her lyrics. I love her. She's super wonderful. Yes, Ivy, Spector's the best. Yes, let's see what else. Don't sit on the burner, it's not hot. And even if it was, I'm the kind of person that loves scalding hot showers, so I don't know that I would notice. But thank you, Tony. I will do my best to save me bum. Okay. I think I forgot a verse and some words in there, but let's see. Keeping up with Regina, probably doing two of her greatest hits. This is another one. You probably know it. You are my sweetest downfall. I loved you first. I loved you first. Beneath the sheets of paper lies my truth. I have to go. Your hair was long when we first met. Samson came to my bed, told me that my hair was red, told me I was beautiful, then came into my bed. And the history books forgot about us, the Bible didn't mention us, the Bible didn't mention us, not even once. You are my sweetest downfall. I loved you first. I loved you first. Beneath the stars came falling on our heads. They're just don't lie. They're just don't lie. Your hair was long when we first met. Samson came to my bed, told me that my hair was red, told me I was beautiful, and came into my bed. Oh, I cut his hair myself one night, a pair of dull scissors in the yellow light. He told me that I'm done alright. Kiss me till the morning light, kiss me till the morning light. You are my sweetest fool. I loved you first. Real rough, but there she is. All right, we've got 4 more minutes. Let's check on these lovely turnovers. Thank you. I might redeem myself with those songs next week. I'm not going to lie. This lack of sleep from that quake definitely affects the brain power, but we'll see. Maybe I'll come up with another Regina Spektor song. She has so many fun ones. In fact, I think it was her 2018 album, Remember Us to Life. Oof, gosh. Or maybe it was 2016. Yeah, no, it was like right after the election. There's one song called Trappers and Furriers. And gosh, the lyric is like, what a strange world we live in. Strange world we live in. We're those who have something. It's a really good like class song about kind of class warfare. Thank you, Ivy. Thank you, Eric. Oh, I'm glad that puts you in a better place. I'm definitely going to record those later once I take a nap and have a little bit more finesse to them. So go check out my Instagram page, Satin Doll Olivia Idol. Sound like I was going to play Sweet Jane. Ooh, I'm going to have to learn that one. Yeah, I will go ahead and do a separate video or stream making some caramel sauce, a salted caramel sauce to go over these turnovers. I'm going to take a look right now. Okay, they're still pretty pale, so they probably got at least 10 minutes. Thank you, Martin. Thank you very much. It's woof. The brain is this crazy thing. But yeah. Go ahead and check me out on Instagram, satindoll_Olivia Idol. If you're not already following me or the Satin Dolls, they are at Satin Dolls. You can catch us on Facebook and Instagram. Lola's Pinup Closet for all your merchandise at thesatindolls.com. Go to our Facebook page for our Wednesday, August 5th outdoor concert in Buena Park. If you're in sunny SoCal and you can join us, it is free. You just have to make a reservation, socially distanced, masks, everything, but we'll be performing pretty much all of our rep with a live band. Tomorrow, Fridays with Roslyn. It's going to be her last stream. I don't know that there's an Ella and her ukulele this Sunday, but just stay tuned to our social media accounts for all of that information. You know what, man? I agree. I don't know. But you can always share these videos with your friends. I definitely keep these all in an IGTV folder on the Satin Dolls account, so you can go back and rewatch them later. Lou Reed originally sang it, but ooh, okay. Lou Reed's a good one. I will definitely have to look him up, Eric. And I'm working on your song, Eric. I know you sent me those tabs like years ago, and I was like, maybe I'll do it today. And then I didn't get any sleep. And like that song, it has to be perfect. So it's coming. I promise. Yes. So concert. Wednesday, August 5th. Catch Roslyn in her soul sessions tomorrow at 1 p.m. Los Angeles time, 9 p.m. London time. Go to thesatindolls.com for all of your merchandise from Lola's Pinup Closet. There's a little button that says shop. Yeah, our Ella is driving to New York, if you didn't know. Yes, Ella is traveling. So she won't be here this Sunday, but I bet you she's going to catch up with you guys later. And I'm sure she will have stories to tell. Yeah, and I'll let you guys know how these turnovers turn out. We've got 30 seconds remaining over here. Like I said, I'm going to make some salted caramel. I'll try to get a video up for you guys with all of that. And again, thank you. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in and putting up with my sleep-deprived brain this afternoon. Stay tuned for some more music videos, and I will see you guys here, same time, same channel, next week, same Dolls time, same Dolls channel. Bye. Love you guys.